Hi, this is Andy Bales. I want to give you an end of June update. Can't believe the year is nearly over. Our fiscal year, anyway, is nearly over, and it's been an exciting month of June. We started off the month of June with what I would call a recovery summit. Some very important voices who care a lot about recovery, who are experts in recovery, who have kind of grown weary, more than grown weary, of the harm reduction model, allowing alcohol and drugs to flow freely, which means the deaths of many people devastated by homelessness. The leading cause of deaths among people devastated by homelessness is overdose deaths. Here in LA, it's meth mixed with fentanyl. In San Francisco, it is largely fentanyl, but we had a meeting here at Union Rescue Mission. We want to start a recovery movement. So we had Dr. Drew Pinsky come, we had Michael Schellenberger, we had Mary Thoreau from San Francisco, who is starting a $300 million recovery community with a Salvation Army in San Francisco. We had Tom Wolfe, a longtime friend on social media, who's recovered from addiction, and now he's preaching recovery in a powerful way, a relentless advocate for recovery. And we have officially launched a recovery movement. I think our next visit is in San Jose. But I was astounded. About 50% of the people, or the number of people, die in San Francisco from overdose from fentanyl as they do from fentanyl and meth in LA. But San Francisco only has 1/10 of the population that LA has. So they have such a higher percentage of people dying on the streets of San Francisco. But then we went out on the streets, not only met together, but we went out on the streets, saw the conditions on Skid Row, spoke to people, and also handed out bottles of water. So we really made people aware of this launch of a recovery movement. And we'll be telling you more about that as we move ahead. Also, we had our URM Walk, our 5K walk, but it was a walk or run or ride your bike or get on your treadmill or get on your stationary bike. Wherever you were, we asked you to move and raise money for people devastated by homelessness. We didn't quite raise what we have in the past, but next year we're going to have both back to a live event at the Rose Bowl and a Zoom event, a virtual event all over the country. So you can participate again next June. But it was very special this year because we have a buddy, Chuck Montz, who represented the Bowery Mission from New York City, and he started his ride right out in front of Union Rescue Mission. We helped sponsor the ride. James Winans came in, the CEO of the Bowery Mission, and was there at the launch and prayed for Chuck on his journey. And we accompanied Chuck out of Skid Row, and then I tried to accompany him part way until he got to Fontana, and then we just had to let him go. He was so fast, going about 80 to 100 miles. We just let him go. I joined him for his first broadcast to his church in Pennsylvania that first Sunday morning, and after that, Chuck climbed up to Victorville, and then the wind got behind him, and it was all downhill to Barstow, and he was on his way. He just texted me this morning and said, "I'm at the Vail Pass, and this one's for you, Andy. Thanks for all your help." So we're with Chuck until he gets to the Bowery Mission in spirit only. He'll get to the Bowery Mission on July 31st. So keep Chuck in your prayers. He's trying to raise $100,000. We helped with 1/10 of that, $10,000, to help him get on his way, and helped him publicize what he's doing, helped line him up with a couple bikes from the Pasadena Bike Shop. My buddies there at the bike shop, Pasadena Cyclery, and helped launch Chuck on his way. We've had a lot of intense heat, and so we've again started up our water walks. If it's 85 degrees or hotter, we go out on the streets and hand out cold bottles of water to those that are thirsty on the streets, and glad that our guys have gotten behind that and are able to do that anytime it's very hot on the streets. We want to thank PepsiCo and all Jaden Smith with Just Water, everybody who provides that water in order for us to not only bring relief and quench thirst, but also touch the hearts and have an opportunity to invite people in for a life-changing visit to Union Rescue Mission. I was honored to have award-winning photographer Wooten come by and talk to me in my office, and look forward to seeing the story that comes out of his visit here. He's famous for traveling the entire world. I told him he looked like one of the guys that I grew up with back in the days in the Midwest when we grew our hair out long, but really enjoyed meeting Wooten. We're so thrilled that Mondays at the Mission started up again live for our youngsters, our preteen and teenagers. This last one was up on the rooftop, but Justine, Sophia, and lots of volunteers bring opportunities to pause for a moment and think about the future. We've had 4 billionaires so far show up and speak to our kids. We've had Tommy Lasorda come and rev up our kids with hope for just do it. For 30 minutes he said, just do it. And we had Buzz Aldrin come and on his 88th birthday and speak to the kids. We also had Elon Musk come and speak to the kids. So they've had an opportunity that I guess you could say, going through the toughest time in their life, they've had opportunities that other kids could only dream of here at Union Rescue Mission. So we're so thankful for Mondays at the Mission. We also had Herbalife come on Father's Day and give out these tremendous bags. They dropped one off in my office. I haven't even been able to look at all the goodies inside, but man, were they nice bags. Very special treat for Herbalife to think of our dads, our guys. Many of them are dads who aren't necessarily with their kids right now, but we're trying to help them become the dads they were meant to be and return to their families and be leaders in their families and their community. That's what Union Rescue Mission is all about, life transformation and followed by a wonderful, abundant life. And thanks for help making that possible. LAVET Sciences, LAVET Veterinary Mobile Clinic stopped by once again. They pull up to our curb in this sleek, beautiful mobile clinic, and we put out the word on social media that they're here to all of our friends with pets, and the pets just show up, dogs and cats, and we've had rabbits show up, but there's nothing better you can do for somebody devastated by homelessness than to care for their pets. Their pets provide unconditional love to them. They're their best friend. I heard from women who say they have a dog in their tent in order to protect them from brutal assaults on Skid Row. So imagine what it does for somebody's heart to take care of their best friend. And because of LAVET, we were able to do that once again. I want to give you an update on Angela's House. It's going to be our Family Bridge program, our satellite for 86 families, and it will open up November 18th. We stopped out the other day to check on the progress, figure out the furniture, and it is on its way. Soon you'll be invited to come out and see the Angela's House as part of our tours of Union Rescue Mission, a family satellite for 86 families, perhaps nearly 400 individuals, moms and dads with kids, two-parent families with kids, grandmas who have taken in their kids. Anybody with children will be eligible to stay at Angela's House rather than suffer on the streets. We're looking forward to possibly having an opening day. We'll keep you informed, possibly on November 18th or even perhaps December 4th, our 130th anniversary of Union Rescue Mission. But we will keep you posted. We're looking so forward to opening up the Angela's House at 132nd and Avalon. And I want to remind you, we couldn't do any of this life-saving, life-changing work without you. We couldn't invite anyone into our building unless we have partners like you. You are part of our team. You're an integral part of our team. We could not do this work without you. God bless you and thank you.